Malfurion versus Malfurion.
I must protect the wild. Nature must be preserved.
It's really about hitting mid-range beats in Druid Mirror, so how many Druid Claw type Shredder type minions you can get in a row as fast as possible. Dr. Boom is still a little bit too slow. So with this hand... Interesting. Okay, so I was thinking Coin, Aspirant, then I'll have 3 mana, and then Innervate Druid Claw. But I can even play everything here, both Aspirants now. That'll get me up to 4 mana. Next turn, then I can play Wild Growth. Actually, I like that a lot. Now I just need to top deck the big stuff. But this way, if he plays his own Aspirant, I can Wild Growth and Hero Power his Aspirant down. So I actually use all my mana next turn efficiently. Sometimes, depends if he plays an Aspirant. Otherwise, still Hero Power in the face. Getting out my Druid Claw one turn slower, but this is still minions. Ooh.
I concede.
This is Druid, right? It's like, compare this to last game. It's like one is so pathetic. The other game is just the nuts, just crazy. Oh my god. That's how you play Druid.
Malfurion versus Malfurion.
I must protect the wild. Nature must be preserved. Happy feast of winter.
I had something to do it early on anyways with the Shade. It's just the whole Wrath Keep. It's kind of iffy, but I get to kill Aspirant and Shredder with it.
Elune, guide my lands.
Pretty good.
Elune, guide my lands.
Might have to make a really tough call next turn, because Shade is so good to keep Stealth in the Mirror for a little bit. It's like an early game minion that can trade up into mid-range minions.
Where shall I strike?
Guess that makes it easy for me. It's a scary move, but I don't really have much of a choice now. I'm really far behind though. On board. He's like at least 1 beat ahead of me. Because this is turn 2, so especially if he follows up with another 5-drop.
I must safeguard the land.
Okay, so at least he had a weak play here. Druid Call lines up amazing here.
Where shall I strike?
Or Shredder plus Big Game Hunter. There's 2 problems. One is I'm playing a tempo BJH, and second problem is it's trading pretty poorly against the Aspirant. So I guess this move is basically the setup for Force Nature next turn. It's hard to play Force Nature without, like, not to face, but sometimes you just have to. And I would rather Force Nature next turn than this turn. This Salvador was just too much value. I don't have Ancient War in my deck. So I guess I'm going to need a Druid Claw here, number 2. Did I even play 1? Regardless, I'm going to need that Druid Claw, I think. So I have to trade even with Lotheb. I need to think of a 2-turn lethal combo. It's just, there's no way I can leave up Azure. Oh, what if I leave up Azure Drake? Kill the little guy. It just doesn't make any sense. Okay, so 5 to face, 6 to face, 22. Let me see what I get. Jeez.
I've got the beast in for the wild.
I might have just wanted to trade there. Because I don't have potential lethal with this board anyways. It's just so much face damage I'm losing too. There's only one way to win, I think, is somehow race.
I must safeguard the land.
Time waits for no one.
Let's see, I have 11, 12, 16 damage and 1 off lethal. He's already played both keepers.
Where shall I strike?
For the wild.
I'll probably end up trading off here and try to kill next turn.
Time waits for no one.
10, 15, 16 damage. Killing 1 is also, like, doing a half measure is fairly okay there. Because right now I have exactly enough, but it's fairly easy for him to survive. But the thing is, I feel like any spell that he gets that would kind of remove my board, like Force of Nature, Swipe, would just kill me, right? So I don't really need to play around Swipe and Force of Nature. If I left them up, Force of Nature would definitely kill me. Leaving up 1 might be the perfect one where he can Force Nature and I don't die. Swipe kills me. Oh my god.
Time waits for no one.
Raven Idol into Raven Idol. Another chance. Okay, so I almost feel like he has. Well, it doesn't matter what I do at this point. Not really what we're thinking about because there's no options.